Hey guys, it's a bad guy here, back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Water Rift Beast, where I'm going to be showing you my fully farmable S rank Water Rift team, as well as I'm going to show you an obtainable double S rank Water Rift Beast team later on. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. Now right here is the first team I'm going to be showing you guys today. It's fully farmable. Every unit here can be farmed. Even Theomars is there, even though he's water, just to push forward the fact that this team is completely farmable and you can get it just by exerting a little effort and playing this game. Now the team is Bernard, we'll use Bernard's leader skill, and then Bella for the healer, Megan, Akamamir, and Katarina and Theomars. This is the team. Let's go ahead and start the first round. Now this team is pretty reliable. From the time I started using it or testing it out, it failed only once. That's failed to kill the boss, and then you get an A+. But usually it's able to get S consistently. Now before I tried using Shannon in place of, let's go ahead and just start there. Before I tried using Shannon in place of Megan, but the team was unable to kill the boss, and the reason was that we're unable to get the freeze off. So Megan plays a key role here in helping Bernard to boost up their attack bars and remove that freeze, which will maybe end up wiping your team. Now someone that shouldn't really be here, or I don't like in this team, is Theomars, because with the changes they made to the Rift Beast, you get more, it's more successful if you use monsters with elemental advantage. So in place of Theomars, I would use someone who's another wind attacker. So I'll show you a run after this with someone in place of Theomars. The reason I'm using Theomars is just to show you guys that this team is fully farmable. If I had an Ardella, I would put her here. She's actually a 3-star, which you can use in the Water Rift Beast and can be very successful with, because she puts armor break on her first and she does good damage on her second, but I don't have her. Another one is Orang. You can also use her in this team in place of Theomars. Katarina, or in place of Katarina, or in place of whatever you don't have, right? But Katarina and Akamami are also farmable and fusible, so like it's very easy to get. In fact, I can remove both of them and put 2 different 4-star wind attackers, but I'm sure you guys will complain that it's not farmable if I use them, because I have a built up in my main team. I use Katarina in my main team. I replaced her in place of Lucian because she does more damage than Lucian. So even without the invincibility, don't underestimate a good, well-runed Katarina. She'll definitely hit harder single target than Lucian can. And her third skill, even without invincibility, hits harder than Lucian's third skill, at least in my team and in this scenario over here. Now, like I said, it has room for failure. Sometimes Bella will almost always die, like later on, but Bernard is able to hold the line in the front line long enough for us to kill the boss. Now, you need really good runes on Bella for her to be able to tank the front line. That means you'll need like a defense rune on her. I'll show you guys the runes afterwards, but yeah, this team is pretty good. Like, if you're so unlucky that you're unable to pull any good 4-star wind units, or Chisoon, or some of these core units, which I'll show you in my main team, then this team will work well for you if you're trying to farm this for maybe Homunculus, or for just to get your weekly reappraisal stones. It will be quite good. Now you see we're closing in on 2 million, so I think this round will be fine. I don't see us failing. Bella also helps with the heal because it buffs the attack bar, so it helps get rid of the how do I put it, of the freeze that the boss puts on you. Now Bella should heal there, and this run should be in the bag. Next, I'm going to take out Theomars and put in a wind attacker. Removing Theomars and putting in another wind attacker will make this run so much more safer. It will almost never fail. Like, it will probably never fail, and you always get S rank. So yeah, I spent quite a bit of mana ruining these guys up, so I hope you guys appreciate this and actually try and build this if you actually need it. If you need it to improve your teams, maybe you can also take some pointers off this, see what you guys are lacking, and improve like accordingly off that, right? and we should be good, barring nothing weird happens. Bernard like speaks for himself. My Bernard is not well runed. If you have a really well runed Bernard, like if I gave my Bernard the best Swift runes I had, this run will also be a lot safer, but he's not my main attack or buffer anymore. And there you go, S rank, fully farmable. Every unit there can be gotten, so please don't complain in the comments saying things like, oh, you can't get these units. Like, if you play this game long enough, you can easily get these units. Megan can be gotten off an unknown scroll. Katarina can eventually be fused, and Rift Beast is a late game dungeon, right? Or at least mid to late. So you shouldn't really be trying this if you're way early game and you lack these units. So I'm just gonna replace Theomars here with another wind attacker, just to show you guys how much safer and how much more damage we'll do with another wind attacker, just because of the elemental advantage. So like I said, I stated some units that you can use to replace Theomars. Like I said, was Ardella, Arang is the wind Ninetale. She's fusible. There's Julian, but I wouldn't recommend Julian. He's not the best attacker, but if you don't have anything better, you can use him, and if you built him, you can use him. You can use what I'm using here, Kaito. Kaito is amazing for this dungeon, guys. I can't stress how good Kaito is. If you have him, definitely build him for this dungeon. He does more damage than, he's like my highest damage dealer for this dungeon. No one does more damage than him, especially if you can get him max skilled. Mine is almost max skilled. He hits like for 135,000 on his third skill. Like, him alone can easily make push up your rank to S. And he didn't take that good runes to rune. That he's like on leftover runes, because I also use him in Giants P10. You can also use him in your Guild Wars because he can easily kill off a Ritesh. He does well over 50k with one hit. You see, you're already doing more damage than before, and it's gonna be a lot safer. He buffs his own speed too, which is a good thing, and he has a shield which helps keep him safer. I'll show you guys all the runes. Like, I was gonna talk about some units which make this, like, if there's some key 4-star units that once you get in this, once you pull, it will make the Rift Beast so much easier. Like, maybe you were getting A+ before, but just pulling them will easily give you an S instantly. I'll showcase them in my next team. I'll talk about them in my main team. I'll show you my main team. My main team I feel is obtainable. Like, the units that I'm using in the team that I'm getting double S in, I feel like they're not that hard to get. If you play this game long enough, you should be able to pull them. Even no matter how unlucky you are, like, you'll eventually be able to pull all the 4 stars. At least not light, as long as they're not light and dark 4 stars and stuff. Okay. Let's finish up with this run. I think the Water Rift Beast is actually pretty okay. There's so many units you can use. There's so many good 4-star attackers that you can use. Shimete is another one which I've never built, but if you have him, you can. There was also an HOH for him, so it's a lot easier to get him max skilled than Kaito. So, like, if you have him, you can use him instead. We won't get a double S, but you can see the difference. Kaito is doing a lot more damage than Theomars before Bella died, so I think Kaito actually helps a lot more than Theomars. And my Theomars has really good runes. It's just that the elemental advantage is just really good. It keeps them a lot safer, and yeah, this should be over soon. Bang. Okay. And there, it's done. Another S. Pretty farmable still. Everyone there but Kaito is farmable. And there was a samurai. There have been multiple Samurai Hall of Heroes. Maybe you farmed one and you have him in you have him in storage, you haven't built him yet, you haven't been thinking about it, go ahead and build him. He'll definitely help you out. Now let me show you my main team. My main team doesn't include any of these guys. Now I told you that there are 2 units, in my opinion, 2 units that will change your game when it comes to Water Rift Beast. The first one is Chisun. Chisun is so amazing. The reason I had Megan in this team was because we needed attack buff. Like, that's why I was contemplating Megan and Shannon. I actually tried out Shannon, but Shannon didn't bring enough to the table to help the team, so we always failed and got A+. But Megan actually brought the attack buff, which helped us clear and start getting S's, right? Chisun fills up the healer role, the tank role in the front line. She'll never die in the front line, and no one will ever die in this team as long as Chisun is there. As well as she puts attack buff on everyone, which Megan does. We don't need defense buff here because everyone here is going to be elemental. Is going to have elemental advantage. This is the Kaido is not really a game changer. He's just a damage dealer. Anyone can fill this place. You can put Lucian there. Whoever you have that's a win damage dealer. Now the other unit that I was going to show you guys, that this guy, if you have him, please build him. I've actually done a video on him before, and I hope I'll link it in the description so you guys can see me use him in various different parts of the game and see how good he is. And that's this guy here, Orochi. Orochi is really good, and I think underrated in my opinion, because like he gives a 30% attack lead for wind, like globally. So like that 30, you wipe a lot in this dungeon because you're unable to get the freeze off. With that 30% attack speed lead, almost everyone is able to get off the freeze before the boss is able to do any damage. So everyone gets the freeze off. So they are able, when the boss does the attack, this attack that freezes you, which one is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, no, not freezing. Which one is this one? Yes, ice sweep. Because this one, if you still have the freeze on, it will freeze you, right? The freezing debuff one, it will freeze you. So like that, it helps you get off the. Let me stop talking so much here. It helps you get off the freezing debuff, so you're not frozen, so you're able to do more damage, so you probably won't die because your damage dealers won't miss a turn off of that. So if you have Orochi and you're struggling here, I recommend you build him. Like, I could remove Chisun. I remember I was testing this out. I could remove Chisun and use Bella here. Bella, Megan again. And just because we have Orochi's speed lead, we'll be able to get an S. Or even Shannon. In fact, I used Shannon and got S. Like, I removed Chisun and put Bella Shannon, and we're able to get consistent S just because of Orochi's speed lead. That's how powerful it is here. And you can use him in Giant Speed 10. You can use him in Arena as a speed leader with Bernard, and you can use him in Guild Wars as well as a speed leader, and he also does damage, right? So you won't regret it, in the sense that I don't like building units that are only useful in one place. So Orochi is useful in multiple places, so you can definitely get a lot of good use of him. I definitely recommend him. Chisun is another one. I could remove Orochi here and put Theomars and we'll get consistent S, just because Chisun's sustain, and she's able to do so much. She buffs attack for everyone and she heals everyone, so like you almost never fail this. This team gets you consistent double S. Like, it's, if you look at my double S, right, the highest amount I've ever done, 3.4 million, it's all because it's this team. It's super consistent. I definitely recommend it. The only armor break you need is, and also Kaito brings armor break. That's why I like him, because he brings armor break, which you need for this groggy stage. And with the changes they did to Orochi, he scales the attack speed, and Bernard buffs attack speed too. So he's able to do so much more damage with attack speed and attack speed and attack buff. Same with Kaito. His third skill scales off attack speed as well as attack power, so he's able to do so much more damage. If I had better runes on my Amir, I'd be able to definitely get triple S, but it's not really a priority for me to be able to get triple S in Rift Beast. Eventually, like, I only farm Rift Beast weekly just to get my reappraisal stones. Other than that, I don't really do it. But yeah, this is a consistent team. Like I said, double S all the time. And like I said, obtainable. Everyone, like these two attackers, Orochi And Kaito can be substituted for any decent wind attacker. Shimite, like I said, all those that I listed before. And Chisun is irreplaceable. Though, like, if you don't have Chisun, it will be tough because she does so much. If you don't have Chisun, you need to put in an attack bar. You need to put in someone who will buff attack. So it will take up an attacker spot. Like I said, you need to bring a healer and someone who will buff attack. So it will take up an attacker spot. She fills up 2 roles just by herself. So yeah. There you go, consistent double S, obtainable team, and as I showed before, a consistent S farmable team. Take from it what you will. I'm sure this will help you guys out when you're making your teams, or at least trying to improve your teams. Let me just go straight out and show you the runes on some of these monsters. Megan, you can definitely make her better. I could make her tankier. These are her stats, and these are her runes. Not the best runes in the world. I only use her for PvP. That's why I just had her on Swift Will. Not the best for PvE. You can have her maybe Swift Energy or whatever you have, Swift Focus. So she, if you're using her in Dragons V10 or something. But yeah, she does pretty okay. The next one I used was Theomars. I used Theomars, yes. These are his stats. Pretty decent. These are his runes. But I recommend you find a better. Wind attackers are better than him. They do more damage. So yeah, those are his runes. Let's go to here. Bernard. Shitty runes. I don't use him as my main attack buffer. That's why he's this slow. But this is fast enough to work in the Rift Beast. These are his runes. You can see there's even a purple rune there. And yeah. Bang. This is my Kaito. I love this guy so much. I 6'd him. I've always loved samurais. I thought they looked so cool. So I've had him for the longest time. Here we go. These are his stats. Not too much speed. It could be better, but like I said, leftover runes and stuff. So yeah. There we go. Close this. These are his runes. Pretty decent. This is my Chisun. I use her in raid, so she has a lot of defense, a lot of HP, decent speed. Could be better, but I'm farming dragons. I'll eventually make her better. These are her runes. Good enough. She works pretty well for me. Then we'll go to my Amir. Not the best. I use him like sometimes in cleave teams in Guild Wars with Orion. Not Orion, but I mean Galleon Shield Will cleave team sort of thing. And these are his runes. Despair Will. There you go. My Katarina, I use her in Raid 5 on my second team with Jamire. These are her runes. These are her stats. Not the best. She could be faster, but I don't need her fast in R5 because she takes too many turns and it would mess up the turn order and stuff. So these are her runes. Not the best, could be better as always. I also use it in Guild Wars sometimes. Is that it? I think that should be everyone. Amir. Oh wait, Orochi, I didn't show Orochi. Oh, he's in storage. Let me just go and show you guys Orochi. Show you guys my Orochi. Here we go. Orochi. This is Orochi. I've always had him ruined. He has pretty good runes, so I'm not complaining. A lot of speed, decent attack, decent everything. So these are his runes. Max killed on everything. My Kaito is almost max killed too. Everyone else in that team was max killed as well. So yeah, you do need max kills on everyone before you to amplify the damage and the cooldowns and things like that. So yeah guys, that has been it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it's gonna help you guys go from A+ or A or whatever you are getting and just push you up a rank into that S or double S or maybe even triple S if you're using it. Everyone can take everyone can learn something from the video. At least I think so. So yeah guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'm making more videos. I've been away for a while, but I'm gonna be making more videos more consistently. I had exams, but now my exams are done. I can focus entirely on this. So yeah guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.